Yo, what's up everybody and welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome to our week 8 video. Yes, I know I had a week off. We didn't do no videos. I think the last video you guys saw was our Thursday night recap for week 7. Basically, I've been getting things handled here at the house. I'm actually in the process of building the I.T.F studio, so stay tuned for that one, guys. That one's gonna be awesome. Yeah, I've just been doing a little bit of construction here at the house, you could call it. With that being said, it wasn't really ideal to be recording. There was a lot of noise going on. There was a lot of people coming in and out the house. So we are back. We are gonna continue to get back on our regular schedule, so stay tuned for our regular schedule, and we have a lot to talk about in this video. Week 8 is going to be a good one. We had a lot of good games last week, and it sets up week 8 perfectly. A couple things coming into this week, guys. We got Tua Tagovailoa making his debut back from the concussion injury earlier in the season. Does that mean the Dolphins look better? We also got DeAndre Hopkins. He got traded from the Tennessee Titans to the Kansas City Chiefs. He makes his debut with the Chiefs this weekend. We'll see how that goes. And we possibly got the number 1 versus the number 2 overall picks in the draft this past season taking on each other. I'm talking about the Bears and the Washington Commanders. They play this weekend. Is Jaden Daniels going to play? We're going to figure it out. We're going to talk about it. We have a lot to talk about, guys. We even had Thursday Night Football go down a couple days ago with a very controversial ending. We're going to get into that one. And without further ado, let's get right into our Thursday night recap. Running. All right, let's go to SoFi Stadium where the Rams took on the Vikings, okay? And this was a really good game for the Rams. They had Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp back for this one. It made the job for Kyren Williams much easier. He balled out per usual. Matthew Stafford as well had 4 touchdowns in this game, found Cooper Kupp in the end zone. Puka Nacua was doing good. Demarcus Robinson was getting wide open since he had one-on-one coverage because you have to guard Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp. Overall, it was just a really good performance by the Los Angeles Rams here. The Minnesota Vikings, on the other hand, they were battling too. They looked really good. They were getting down the field. Christian Darrisaw got hurt early in the game. That was a big factor for the Minnesota Vikings offensive line, because when the Vikings were continuing to try to extend drives, trying to get in the end zone, they were rather getting sacked on 3rd down, some stupid penalty, a drop ball. Sam Darnold was doing good and a couple things didn't go his way. That caused the Vikings to kick field goals when the Rams are scoring touchdowns, and when you're kicking field goals and your opponent's scoring touchdowns, you usually don't win. The Vikings, on the other hand, they did have a chance to come back and try to get the game tying score. They would need a 2-point conversion if they scored, but on 2nd down from their own end zone, the Ram makes the sack. But while making that sack in the end zone, he grabs a handful of face masks there. It was a huge, obvious one. Everyone saw it, but the refs. And in this situation, if the refs didn't see it, they can't throw a flag, and we cannot review the play because of a penalty. Rams end up winning that one 30-20. It had nothing to do with that play, though. The Rams played amazing. Okay, regardless on that face mask or not, the Rams should have and would have won this game. Played really well, and if the Cardinals and the Niners lose this weekend, the Rams find themselves in 2nd in the NFC West. So watch out, guys. The Rams are coming. And yeah, guys, that's how Thursday Night Football ended. Now let's go into the rest of week 8. There's a lot of games you guys need to check out. Starting off in the AM, there's a couple good ones. We're going to start off in the AFC South. We got the Houston Texans hosting the Indianapolis Colts, guys. This is going to be a good one. They battled it out in week 1, and it was a shootout, okay? I don't know if it's going to be quite that this week. The Colts do have Jonathan Taylor back, so their offense is full going. We're going to see what that's about. We also got the Atlanta Falcons going to Tampa Bay to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who again are without Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. They both got hurt on the Monday night game last week against the Ravens, are both looking to miss a bunch of time. Chris Godwin's probably not going to play for the rest of the season. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers need to find someone else to go to. Quick fantasy option. If you guys are looking for a tight end, Cade Otton is probably going to get tons of receptions due to Mike Evans and Chris Godwin not being there. So go pick them up. These two teams sit on top of the division at 4-3. They're probably going to be the two fighting for it at the end of the year, and this game is very crucial for both of them, all right? Let's see how Tampa Bay does with all this adversity. We move on. We got the Cincinnati Bengals hosting the Philadelphia Eagles, guys. The Cincinnati Bengals are looking to start making that little run to start being relevant again. Philadelphia Eagles, on the other hand, they are whooping ass. Saquon Barkley is going crazy. This game to me is just a really good test for the Cincinnati Bengals to show us what Cincinnati Bengals are really about still. You know what I'm saying? We move on to the afternoon, guys. We got the Buffalo Bills going to Seattle, take on the Seattle Seahawks, guys. We saw the Seattle Seahawks go into Atlanta, beat the brakes out of the Falcons after losing 3 straight weeks. This week, they take on the Buffalo Bills. Another great challenge for both teams to see what these teams are about, guys. I love these matchups because later we start figuring out what teams are about, what teams are real, and what teams are frauds. Let's move on. We got the game of the week, in my honest opinion. We got the Bears going up against Commanders. The only thing that could debunk this game, and it'll still be a good game because Marcus Mariota is pretty good. The fact that Jaden Daniels, is he going to play? Is he not going to play? We don't know yet. We're trying to figure it out. He has that rib injury. It might be a game time decision. Right now, he's questionable. A lot of us want to see Jaden versus Caleb, and hopefully we get to watch it. This is going to be a really good game, guys. Be sure to check that one out. And for Sunday Night Football and Monday Night Football, on Sunday, we got the Dallas Cowboys going to San Francisco. It's going to be interesting, okay? Both these teams really could use a win. Both these teams really desperately need a win. And like I said, it's going to be interesting. And we also got on Monday the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers. That one's not going to be interesting. I got Pittsburgh by 30. Yeah, those are all the games you guys need to watch. These are the rest of the games on Sunday, so be sure you guys are checking out your favorite teams. We also got a game on Monday as well. And with that being said, let's get straight into our ITF challenges. All right, so we're going to start off with our weekly fantasy battles. Before we even get into our matchup real quick, I just want to give you guys a couple players because a lot of people have been hitting me up. Yo, I need help fantasy. I need help fantasy. Here's my help, okay? I'm going to give you guys 4 positions: quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end. You guys do what you want with my info, okay? But these are the guys that I think if your guys are banged up or you need someone to put in, this is who I think you guys should go with. At quarterback, Kirk Cousins against Tampa Bay. He had a great game the first time they played Tampa Bay. Look for Kirk Cousins to have a good game in this one. I got him going off. Match Kirk Cousins up with Darnell Mooney. He should have another good game against Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I got him at the receiver position. Go look for Darnell Mooney and Kirk Cousins. They should give us some big points this weekend. At the running back position, I got J.K. Dobbins and Kareem Hunt. They got very good favorable matchups this week. And for tight end, I talked about it a little bit earlier. Cade Otton. Look for him to get a bunch of targets. I take a look at Cade Otton in that one, all right? That's my fantasy advice. Let's get straight into the fantasy battles, guys. Me and Serge took each other on last week. This was the results. I got the dub, less than a point. That seems to be the trend here on weekly fantasy battles. Literally anyone who plays each other, we usually win by like less than a point. And it's heartbreaking. It sucks. Me and Serge play this week again. The winner will go face Nathan next week. All right, Nathan, I'm coming for you, bro. Me and Serge did our draft, and here's what we got right here. Throw it on the board. That's the matchup this week. Hopefully, I get the dub there. I think I got a couple guys who are going to ball out on fantasy this week. So, that's our matchup for fantasy battles. Let's get straight into I.T.F survival. Run it. Woo! All right, guys. It's been crazy on this island over here, all right? The survival island. Thus far, I'm doing pretty well. I am 5-2. The last 2 weeks, I had went Eagles over Browns. That happened barely. You Eagles, you know, don't give me a heart attack next time. And last week, I had the Bills to beat the Titans, and it didn't look good for me in the beginning of the game, but the Bills really showed up at the end, really pounded at them and got me the dub. So I am 5-2, a 71 rate of survival thus far. I am doing pretty well. Yeah, let's keep it going, guys. This week, I got the Broncos to beat the Carolina Panthers. I know it's an easy pick, but it's the Broncos. They could lose. Who knows? I got the Broncos to beat the Panthers. I think their run game gets it going this week. Another fantasy guy you guys want to look at, Javonte Williams. He might be doing all right this weekend as well. That's my survival pick. Hopefully, we move on to another week of winning the survival island. Hopefully, we go to 6-2. If not, the Broncos, I will hate you forever. So, yeah, that's my pick for ITF survival. That's going to do it for this week. That's who I got. And now, let's end the video off with our favorite segment, guys. Let's get into Sunday Night Football Challenge. Run it. Welcome back to Sunday Night Football Challenge, guys. We have a lot to talk about, all right? The last 6 picks, the last 2 weeks, I have been balling. Honestly, guys, straight up, I've really been doing good. I've actually taken the lead, whether you believe it or not. The last 2 weeks, which was the last 6 picks, I have went 5-1. You guys are 2-1, all right? You guys had a tie. Last week, Niners, Chiefs. A lot of you guys chose the Niners. Then when I looked at the polls at the end, it was tied. What the f? You guys get a tie there. I'm sorry. I don't know how to do that. I wanted to give, I don't want to discredit myself. I knew the Chiefs were going to win. Last week, even though we didn't do a video, I did have the Detroit Lions, I had the Kansas City Chiefs, and I had the New York Jets, all right? And if you don't believe me, here are the receipts. For that first game, guys, it's about to start in a couple hours. I got the Detroit Lions to beat the Minnesota Vikings. You guys seem to got the Minnesota Vikings to win. For the afternoon, guys, we got the Super Bowl rematch, all right? You guys couldn't decide. You guys couldn't decide. It was 50-50. I got the Kansas City Chiefs because they got one thing that doesn't fail them, and that's the refs. Sorry, that's Patrick Mahomes. Watch out for the Jets. I got the Jets, guys. You guys by a landslide had the Steelers. I told you. That was like last week. I've been doing pretty good on the picks right now. The records stand as follows. I am 11-8. You guys are 10-8-1. Remember, you guys could not choose between the Niners and the Chiefs, so you got a tie. This week's games are pretty interesting. They're pretty good. Cincinnati Bengals host the Philadelphia Eagles. Like I said, this is going to be a good one. It's a good test for the Bengals here. I got Philadelphia winning that one. This is your guys' pick right here. interesting. For the next one, the number 1 overall pick versus the number 2 overall pick. Last year's Heisman Trophy winner versus the year before's Heisman Trophy winner. The Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams taking on the Commanders with Jaden Daniels. As of right now, we don't know if Jaden Daniels is playing. He's still questionable with that rib injury. Either or, I got the Bears winning this one. I think that defense is just going to be too tough for the Washington Commanders. I don't care where this game's at. The Bears defense is going to get it done. Here's your guys' pick right here. And let's move on to Sunday Night Football, all right? And that's going to be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And guys, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the fact that we had a bye week. I don't know if it's the fact that I'm just that fan. I don't know if it's the fact that it's 49ers week. As a matter of fact, the 49ers. I hate the 49ers. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the fact that Brandon Ayuk's out, Debo might not play, Kittle might not play. I don't know what it is. But for this week, I'm going with the San Francisco 49ers. I'm sorry, bro. I'm wearing my squad. I know I hate doing this every single week, but the Dallas Cowboys, you guys haven't shown me shit. I could be a fan, but I analyze the game. I tell you the truth. I tell you what I think, and I don't think the Cowboys are going to win this game. I think Jordan Mason's actually going to run all over us, and unless we have some type of weapon, maybe Dalvin Cook gets played this week and he goes crazy, which is very improbable. I don't know. I gotta see it to believe it, but I don't think anything's gonna happen good for this Dallas Cowboys game. I think the San Francisco 49ers, although they are hurting, they're gonna run all over Dallas. They know schematically how to beat the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys always shoot themselves in the foot. 13-27 Niners. That's what I got it. This is your guys' pick. And with all that being said, guys, that's gonna do it for our video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, we had a little layoff, but we are gonna get back to our regular schedule. We got a couple little surprises coming up too, so stay tuned for all that. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great Sunday. I hope everyone enjoys the football games. And without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, guys? So until then, peace.